Hey everyone, welcome to Working Class Music. I'm one of your hosts, Jason.
And I'm Tia.
And we're joined by our good friend Rick here.
How's it going?
And, we're big Fender fans, so of course we're going to stop by the Fender booth. That's of course. If we didn't, we'd have to give up all our Jazzmasters and Jaguars and Strats.
And my Strat and my Telly.
And Starcaster.
Yeah,
All
a lot
of
of stuff, honestly.
Yeah, and amps. So, Rick here is joining us, and Fender just dropped a new Pro Junior, and we wanted to chat about that a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, this is fun. I've never done the GearFest before, so this is really a cool, interesting experience doing it this way. I'm excited to be here talking about amps, and you were mentioning the Pro Junior SE.
Yes.
Which is brand new, and it isn't. I think people know what a Pro Junior is. We have a lacquer tweed version that sounds great. We re-engineered that a few years ago to have a bit more sparkle and clean and a little more gradual. It doesn't go into distortion quite as quickly, but what a great grab-and-go amplifier. 15 watts, perfect for pedals. So the Pro Junior SE takes that DNA, and it kind of combines it with more of the traditional black vinyl covering and the aged grill cloth, a different speaker, so it has a little bit different flavor.
Okay.
But it's, like I said, 15 watts. For someone that's gigging, it's 24 pounds. It's got EL84s, so it's got really nice chime. Crank it up, it sounds great cranked. It is all tube, and these days, as tube amplifiers and tubes become a little bit more difficult to get, it's nice to have an affordable tube amp that you can gig with. So, we're happy to have that here for people to try out. Also got the ToneMasters here too, which you mentioned previously when we were talking. Love those because don't have to worry about tubes. We've got the Super, the Twin, and the Deluxe. And, they're one of those things that they came out and no one thought that they were going to sound like the originals. And it's so close that we're seeing them in famous touring gigs rigs in general. And just people gigging on the weekends, keep the tube amp at home and then use that.
Yeah, I think you guys have come amazingly close with the ToneMasters. I remember just playing the Super, and for the longest time, I was like, this sounds just like my Super. So, question I wanted to ask for all of these amplifiers, more so with the speakers, because I know there's a difference with the speakers in the ToneMaster from the Twin and the Deluxe versus the Super. Was that a conscious choice?
So that's a really good question, actually. What we did with the Deluxe and Twin is the speaker that generally comes in it is a Jensen as well. And it's actually a really heavy speaker because it's a really large magnet. So we wanted to keep these down weight-wise. So the Deluxe is 25 pounds, 23 pounds, the Twin's 33. By using Jensen's version of the Neo speaker, it keeps that weight down. Now the thing with the Super is you've got 4 speakers. Neo actually isn't that much lighter than those because they're Alnico. So because they're not ceramic, they're Alnico, a lot lighter. Or we weren't gaining any weight reduction by using Neos. We know people love those speakers in the Super, so we kept them in there. So, yeah.
That's pretty awesome because, I think for someone like me, I've always taking these things apart. And then I saw those speakers. I was like, wait, those are the same speakers. So I know you probably can't tell us, but is there anything new in the ToneMaster lineup? Or is that just, something we can't talk about? Or
Maybe.
Okay.
It's a definite maybe. We've definitely got some things coming down the road that we think people will absolutely love. What they are, I can't say. But I think folks, if they love what we've done so far with the ToneMasters, they're going to be really happy with what's coming down the road.
Oh, nice. I don't want to skimp out on the Pro Junior because when you said that this was designed as a pedal platform in mind, that's pretty awesome. You normally don't see an amp that size.
I was going to say, that size to be a pedal platform like that. I'm not trying to fangirl. I kind of am a little bit, but I feel like Fender is doing a really, really good job of making things portable and just so much easier to work with.
Well, we appreciate that. I mean, I think that's the thing for gigging musicians. It's really been in front of mind for us. It's there's nothing I love more than the sound of a fuller half stack, blaring, but I mean, to move it around, what a pain in the butt,
Yeah.
And also Soundman will kick you out the door as soon as you show up with that. Yeah. So you come in with that, with the Pro, it's oh yeah, that's nothing, but it's going to put up enough power that you can hang with a drummer. And if you love pedals, which most guitarists these days do, it's going to take them like a champ. And it's just another great solution. And like you said, ToneMaster's too lightweight, easy to use. That's really where I think we see where we're headed, I guess, for players, just so that we make it easier for someone to get into the gig and do their thing.
That's one thing that I think we're seeing a lot more in this industry is everything being designed as a pedal platform. But I think Fender has done a really damn good job of implementing that.
Having said that, I had a conversation earlier about another amp brand, which I absolutely love the way that they sound. But they take pedals in a very different way. So anything that I had set up for a Fender, once I used it on this amp, all my settings were off, and it didn't work the same way. And that's really upsetting when you're a pedal player, when you use those for gain or other things. So there's something about the EQ of the amps, the way that they work. It's just natural. It's in the DNA of these amps, you know. So like a Pro Junior, I think even when that was originally done, pedals were out, but they weren't at the forefront as they are now. But that particular one too, it's just like, even though they're EL84s, the sound is great. They're simple. It's just volume and tone, and it's just got a great flavor whether you use pedals to get gain or you just crank the amp up on its own. And that's something people forget too, is that you can crank it up and get great overdrive.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I'm a big fan of, especially with the ToneMaster Deluxe, is just being able to lower the wattage and just crank it up and hear how it's supposed to sound, like cranked up, because you can't do that at home with a tube version.
No.
But
I mean, you could, but your neighbors won't allow it to last for much
Yeah.
longer.
Yeah, totally. No, I think I'd be remiss if I didn't say, also we've got a cool digital amp, the Mustang Lt40s, which is the new stereo version of the LT series. So 2 smaller speakers in stereo for your stereo effects. It's really cute. You know, you can grab it and go, put it on your desktop. Just a fun amp that has kind of a greatest hits of amp tones, everything from high gain to classic cleans and everything in between. I find that even if it's not your gigging amp, what a great fun amp to use as kind of your sketch pad or something, you know, just to come up with different ideas and stuff.
Yeah, and what size are the speakers?
I believe they are 4-inch speakers, Tool 4-inch speakers.
What's that going for?
That one's going to be going for $229. Sorry,
wow.
that took a second.
I thought it was going to be like closer to like $5.
Yeah.
Like
No. It's the right size and the right price point.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to buy one.
Oh, yeah.
Or 2.
Yeah.
I guess what's the price point of the Pro Junior?
For the Pro Junior SE, it's going to be $549.99. So, as far as a professional gigging, easy to grab and go amp, I think that's a really good price point.
Yeah, that's an amazing price point. Like a professional amp you can take on stage for less than $600.
Yeah, no, they like knocked it out the park.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
If you
Take
guys
my
have been
money.
searching for tube amps as of late, you realize like prices have definitely changed
Oh, yeah.
considerably. So, yeah.
Well, yeah. Thanks again. It was a pleasure.
Yeah,
meeting
absolutely. Well, I'm going to hand it over to Brandon. He's going to talk about the guitars.
you. All right, awesome.
Hey guys, how's it going? It's Nelson, the editor and director of Working Class Music here, and I just wanted to drop in real quick to remind you that it's so easy to use our affiliate links, and I wanted to show you how easy that is right now. So basically, all you have to do is go to one of our videos and scroll down to the description, after you like the video, of course, and basically click the link for either Seymour Duncan or Sweetwater and go about it how you usually would any purchase on those websites. Basically, going through our links helps the channel out and helps us out because we get a bit of a kickback from that sale, and it costs nothing extra to you. It's just a way to help out the channel and support us if you'd like. So yeah, our affiliate links are super easy to use. So if you see something you like in our videos, please use our affiliate links if you decide to purchase something that you like, because it really helps out the channel. Now, I'll go ahead and get back to this amazing interview with Fender, and you'll see me eventually. You'll probably hear me before you see me again. So, yeah, bye.
Hello and welcome back to Working Class Music. I'm your host, Tia,
And I'm Jason.
and today we have a special guest.
Hey, I'm Brandon Carpenter with Fender.
These 2 lovely guitars that Brandon and Tia are holding are Sweetwater exclusives. We said to ourselves, we have to check these out.
Yeah. So, Brandon, what can you tell us about these guitars?
Well, it's kind of cool being here and getting to design with the Sweetwater team. And so Fender will come out and launch a core product, and then we get to do a little spin off on it. So sometimes there's a color that we really like that came out in a different line, or consumers have been calling in, or influencers like y'all have called in and just said, hey, we'd love to see something in this color. So we just get to mix and match. It's like the best part of the job.
Nice.
So yeah,
I mean, I'm pretty happy with the results. If this is what people ask for, the people have good taste.
good.
Like,
So what makes these different?
Well, so there's a couple things. The first of all is the color, obviously, like I was talking about. So we did seafoam green on this one, and then that one is a bourbon burst, which came out on an anniversary guitar that we did, and we just really liked it. But then the other part that's pretty cool is the roasted neck.
Yeah.
dude, it's super
And-
comfortable.
Yeah, and that's a big thing, especially in the Midwest where you're getting winters that are 0% humidity, and then summer right now it's 90 degrees and like 75% humidity. You got to have something that's going to be really stable, and it looks cool.
Yeah.
That's part
Yeah.
of it.
I mean, 2-in-1. It looks good and it's super sturdy. Like, you
Yeah.
can't beat that.
So are the pickups the same?
They are. Yeah, they're. So with the Player Series, we transitioned to Alnico pickups instead of the ceramic that were on the standards.
Oh, okay.
So these are Alnicos. They sound really good. They're made in the factory, and they're legit Fender pickups. So yeah, they really do the trick.
And these are only available at Sweetwater.
Are these like in limited quantities? So like if a color hypothetically runs out, is that going to be it? Or are you maybe going to try out some other color options?
We typically just kind of run them until we find something else that we want to go with.
That's
so,
fair. I like that.
Yeah,
Buy it ASAP.
Pretty much.
yeah.
What's the price point on these?
These are $849. So
Okay, so
Yeah.
standard price.
Yep.
Just with a different color option. And again, for the people who've never played a roasted maple neck, it feels phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's like satiny smooth.
Yeah, and the wood is actually baked, so
Yeah.
the cell structure collapses, and it just makes it like immune to humidity changes, basically, which is really cool.
So with that, do you get like more tuning stability out of that, since like
Yep.
it's not having to contract and expand, since it's pretty
Yeah.
much just set?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you're working with wood, wood tends to move,
Yeah.
and guitars, it's like the more you can limit that, the better your tuning stability will be.
That's fair.
And
Better.
you get some cool resonance too, like the guitar just sustains, and yeah.
I like it.
Well, thanks again, Brandon. We
Yeah.
appreciate it. And thank you again, Sweetwater. Anything we've discussed in these videos is available through our affiliate link. Please use that and give us money, because we like money and we can keep doing this with money. So give us money. Also, we have Patreon merch. Tell us what limited edition color you would like to see.
Oh, that's
yeah.
a good idea.
Let us
Yeah.
know in the comments what limited edition color you think Fender should come out with next.
And on what
like that.
guitar?
Yeah,
Because
I
don't
know.
just say like pink. Like, tell
Yeah.
me on what.
With that said, again, thank you to Sweetwater. This GearFest has been amazing. And thanks again, Brandon.
Thank you. Yeah, great to meet you.
Yep.
I don't know. My hands are full.
Shake guitars.
Just tap.
We'll clean up for it. We're not overly worried.